Hello, what's up, traders? This is Dave, and welcome into this today's webinar where we will look to the outlook. I'm sorry, I'm a little bit late because I had some misunderstanding about the time which we're gonna trade, which we're going to do the analysis. And yeah, so let's look what the market is doing right now. What is a potential opportunities in here? I hope everyone can hear me, and I'm going to share the screen with you. So give me a second. It's going to be this one, sure. And here is my platform. Okay, so I hope that you can see it. If just can anyone comment? Okay, looks like it's all right. Okay, so here it is. I do it. I will do it today a little bit different. So basically, what I'm going to do, I'm going to do a complete analysis from the scratch, right? So it will be a little bit more educative, and we will see what's going on, right? So this is a dollar index which we are looking right now, and I'm going to take it to the 4 hours and the daily, and I will show you why do I think we are on the reversal right now. Let me hide all my drawings, right? And we can see that basically the dollar has been dropping in here, dropping down. Now it has been making a pullback, right? So where the pullbacks are always coming, if I draw a Fibonacci tool by using the F, we can see that we basically reached this liquidity above this 50%, right? We had the expansion in here, and I do expect that the price will be dropping lower. Dropping lower where? Again, if we use FIB, dropping lower into the liquidity below a 62%, right? That's from the technical point of view. Also, if you watched my webinar, my weekly outlook on the weekend, that is also we can see that basically the market makers are adding their long shorts into the dollar and building longs on the euro, right? So we have this liquidity taken in here. Also, we are here in this higher time frame. Let me bring it in here, right? We are in here also in this a fair value gap, right? So I'm expecting price to go lower. However, if you're watching my webinars again, never sell low, right? Never buy high. So what we're going to do here, we do not want to sell it in here. What do I expect is this. Let's go to the 4 hours time frame, and we can see that, let me bring this. Okay, so here, yes. So we can see that the liquidity was taken in here. Now price is dropping. We can see that here was a beautiful level created in here. I will mark it like that. So we have this level above this short-term high, right? So what I always think is that, and it's happening when we have two levels broken, then the market mostly reverse a little bit to take out another two levels of the liquidity, right? Which will be possibly these two. Also, we are on this 4 hour level in here. Sorry, let me bring it in here. Weird, right? Also, we are in here, and here we have this fair value gap, right? So from where the price is bouncing currently right now, yeah. So I do think that we will see a pullback higher, taking out these two liquidities, and then from here we could potentially see a short on the dollar index, right? So that's what I'm looking for on the dollar, and I think that because tomorrow is FOMC, right? Today, the price broke two lows. It possibly attracted sellers on the dollar, which is the buyers on the euro, and they will probably use their stop losses in here, right? So what we want to do is to wait for the pullback in here and short, right? If we go to the euro right now, we will see basically Okay, cool. Give me a second. Yeah, here is a euro, which is actually the exact opposite of the chart, right? So let's look at the daily in here. Let me zoom it for you. And here we have actually that the euro has been making a pullback. Also, if we plot a fib in here, we can see that the price has arrived into the 70% of this swing, right? So most likely we will get a pullback in here. Let me hide this fib, and we are also reacting on this level in here, right? Which is a order block, or someone calls it a demand level, right? Supply demands, which is the level from where we have the strong departure, and price has been actually reacting in here very nicely as we speak about it in the past uh, forex forecast, right? Here we can see what was happening in here. We had actually this beautiful two double bottoms in here, right? And price basically moved a little bit from it. It has been arranging here for a while, and then it dropped down, right? So it has made this kind of false breakout, right? In this moment, the sellers are entering shorts, right? And those who has been in the longs in here and was right that the price will go like that, some of them has been stopped out in here, right? So it's a perfect situation for the market makers to do all the work which they need to do with the with their uh, with their orders, and now they are taking price higher, right? So we are actually breaking through this previous week's high. And what is my expectation in here? Let's go to the 4 hours time frame. as we have reached as we have reached this high, right? You can see that here we have this fair value gap in here. You can see this. Okay, it's not high, it's not showing in this indicator, but so I will bring it manually. So we have this gap in here, right? And also, if we take it in here, we can see that the gap is covering the gap in here. Okay, so it's showing now, right? So from here, in my opinion, right now, look, we expecting price going higher, but again, the rule is never buy high, never sell low, right? So we cannot be buying in here. And what is, in my opinion, going on in here, if you remember from my past webinars, if you didn't watch it, please watch it. It's definitely useful. We have a Monday range in here. Let me show you. So basically, we have Monday range here, right? The price has been violated above it. It took 1, 2, 3 levels of the liquidity, right? It has made today 100%, 115% of the average true range, right? So basically it has made its move. And right now, what we see in here, right? So there will be traders who probably bought this breakout, and most likely they will put stop losses somewhere maybe below this low, or maybe below this one, right? So yeah, let me show you one thing. What do I think is going on in here? We have in here, as the price has reacted in here in this beautiful daily level, it has actually created this level in here, because from here was a accumulation, sorry, here was accumulation, here was a manipulation where they've been buying, right? And then it broke this high, right? Then mostly the price comes retest this order block or the demand which is placed in here. So in my opinion, we are now going down here to take out all these liquidity levels before the price shoot up higher, right? So let me show you on the 4 hours, right? So it would be some kind of, let me bring the fib, right? So retracement below this 62, and then I think the price will go higher, right? So in my opinion, there is right now opportunity for the short, and I'm actually in the short position right now. And I have my target below these lows, right? So I do think that it can happen. I have tight stop loss just above here. I have entered at around 1.83, right? So I'm kind of like a 3 pips. Sorry. So I'm like 10 pips in the profit, but my stop loss is just very tight. Also 12 pips, right? So this is what I think is going on the euro. So overall, in my opinion, it's bullish and we will see higher prices again. Where let's look at it from the daily. And if we hide all of these and we remove this Fibo, right? So we actually, as said, we coming from this level. And where we most likely going? We most likely going to retrace at least a 50% of this swing move. 50% is here, right? So, and here is a level. So in my opinion, I do think that we are coming in here, which is kind of 1.09, right? So this is where I think we will go. But first, I think that we will see something like that, right? So tomorrow is a FOMC, the Fed, Federal Reserve. I do not think they will rise interest rates. There will not be, in my opinion, any big change. But what I think is that the price can be dropping down, and maybe on the. It depends where the price will be tomorrow during the FOMC. If it's going to be somewhere around it, then maybe the FOMC will drop it lower. If it will be dropping during the whole day, then maybe FOMC will finally take it higher, right? So I do not put too much weight on the results of it, but I think it will be used to manipulate the price into this level or finally take it from this level, right? Most likely it will be taken lower into here, right? So that's what I see on the euro. Let's look to the another one. Let's look to the USD CAD, which had today the important data. And in my opinion, also the USD CAD is switching to the bearish side, right? So let's look to the daily. Again, let's start from the daily. And we can see that we had this swing down and now we've been in the pullback, right? So where we need to see the pullback at least to recover, at least at to the 62% fib, right? So I'm going to place fib, but not from here, but from here this time, right? Why? Because this move was almost completely corrected, right? So that's why I'm taking a fib from here. And we can see that basically we are above this 50% right now. We had this consolidation and then expansion, which could lead into the reversal, right? So let me show you again. We have this AMD concept, which I've been explaining in the webinars. So we have also, you can watch this week outlook. I've been talking about it in there. So we have accumulation, manipulation, right? And then we could have a distribution, right? So we are right now in the above a 50%. And here is this beautiful daily level, right? Which is also in the, I zoom it, in the weekly level, right? So this is a weekly, it starts in here, which we have this up candle driving the price down to take price lower and break these lows, right, with the sharp movement. So this is where the big players were definitely trading. Now we can see this wicks taking out all this liquidity and now tipping into this level. So in my opinion, USD cut is bearish. Today we had a I think it was a CPI data from the Canada, and we can see what actually happened in here. So the price has start to well, let me bring back a daily. Yeah, as I said, we are reacting from this level. Then we will use Fibo also to see where we will potentially go, right? So what I expect is to these two lows and these two lows to be visited, right? To price drops lower, right? In here we will be around a 70-80% pullback. I do not know what's going to happen in here. Maybe it can make a pullback. Maybe it can be just a small one and continue down. That's too far to predict. Right now, I see high probability in this happening in here, right? So getting bearish from my side. And right now, so what's happening in here? So price has made this manipulation, and right now this is a previous month high. I think this is will be kind of a resistance, right? So in here also, if we place a level where this started, it will be a level in here, right? So similar case actually as on the euro. So we can see that the price was dropping lower. It has left this high. Now this high is actually visited, right? Taken out, and I think we will see a drop lower, right? So so this is, I think, what is in a play on the USD CAT. Potentially, it can go even higher, right? So into this level, which I think gives me more clarity, more better opportunity for the trade. So I would be waiting with the trade a little bit higher in here, right? Definitely not entering, would not be definitely would not be entering before a FOMC, right? So overall, looking for the bearish setup, but I think here can be a little bit more place with the dollar, right? So as the dollar is now actually strengthening, as we are waiting for the dollar to do this, right? Then it means that the USD CAD still could go somehow higher, right, before it drops lower. So this one needs confirmation. Let's look to the pound. Pound is a completely different story, kind of, right? So what was happening in here with the pound, right? Pound in the strong uptrend, and right now, as the dollar was actually stronger, and we saw the euro tank down and completely dropped, we can see that actually the pound was only in the sideways action, right? So what was happening in here? Let me bring it to the 4 hours, and we can see that we had this kind of push up, right, from this level, which actually worked right now as a support, this order block and demand level, right? And we had actually this accumulation, right? Now we have a manipulation into the level, and I do think we're gonna get a distribution up, right? So that's my view on the pound. Let's go lower time frame, and we can see. So here we have this reaction from this daily level. Let me highlight it like that, right? So if you can see, every time when the price comes into the level, it reacts. And right now, if we follow the order flow, we can follow the breakouts and the pullbacks, right? So we can see here the price make the breakout, and then we are looking for the down candle from where this move was initiated, right? So it price should not go below it, right? So it is this one, right? You can see how the price reacted in here. Now we have again price breaking higher, right? But okay, so here was price breaking higher, right? Should made a return to the origin, which was in here, right? So now it's breaking higher again, and return into the origin would be in here. So I would be, as I said, I expect the dollar to strengthen a little bit now before the other pairs will move higher. I would be really glad if the pound drops down in here, right below this Monday low, which is down here, and then it continues higher. So that's what I'm looking for on the pound right now. Yeah, I'm going to check if I have some questions. If anyone, yes, Yolanda, hello, you can see. All right. So this would be this. Also, we can actually analyze the USD Swiss franc, which is kind of a pair which, in my opinion, is very, very overbought, right? Also, again, if we draw a fib, we are around between 70, 62, right? So it's looking good for the pullback down lower. And right now, what's going on in here? So we had this diagonal, let's say, accumulation. Then we have this expansion, price broke lower, and now we are actually kind of consolidating, right? We know that from the consolidation we cannot have a reversal. So and also if we apply the rule never sell low, never buy high, then you will not sell the breakdown here. Because why? Where you will be selling if you do that? You will be selling into this order block, right? This is from where the price moved sharply. So what's going to happen in here below these lows? Price will bounce higher, right? So where you want to sell? You want to sell high above these levels where other traders will be buying, right? Or where those who sold here would be stop out, right? And what you're looking for? You're looking for the level which actually is in the consolidation where the before the price start to make these sharp moves, right? So it's this last up candle, right? So this would be the level where I would be looking for a potential short. So if the price actually makes something like this, then I would be looking for the short in here. If the price makes something like this and then down, then my target would be just here, right? Then I would be looking for just something like this, and I would be doing it on the smaller time frame where I can actually better manage my stop loss, right, and my target, right? So would be doing it on the lower time frame. Why I'm thinking about it like this? Because if the price already touched this level and then it's manipulated above these two highs, then I know that if the next time it will come again into this level, the reaction from here would not be stronger, right? Would not be strong as the first one. So then we could get some pullback and then lower, right? But if it is like this way, that the price will go first higher and then here, I would get out from the position in here, right? Because what still can then happen is something like that, right? So yeah, the markets are, I don't know what to say, unpredictable, but it can really make the things which we at least expect, right? So basically, expect unexpected, right? So if anything looks too obvious, mostly it's not going to happen. All right, my friends, do you have something you want to ask? Probably no one is asking. All right. No one has any questions. So, or actually, or if you have some pair which you want to look for the analysis, which you want to analyze, or if you have some questions regarding the previous webinars, if there is something you want to explain, we still have like 25 minutes, so I can explain anything you want to. You can use this time for this opportunity if you want to. Or actually if you want, what we can do also, we can look, I will show you one more pair which I think has a nice opportunity, and we will actually look at it right now because on the weekend I was looking to the cat franc and was looking good. So let's see where it is right now. All right, so yeah, uh, I will do analysis right now. And what I was expecting here was a pullback and move down. However, I can see right now it's already happening. So it's kind of late for me, I think. So yeah, so this is a cut frank. So I will give you some advices. If you don't have any questions, let me check just one more time if anyone is asking. And I will show you what not to do, because it's sometimes more important than knowing what to do. Okay, hi, thank you for presentation so far. Will you be able to? Okay, let's look to the gold, Wesley. Okay, let's look to the gold and gold. We got it here. Okay, so I will start completely from the beginning, right? So when I do analysis, I first always look to the weekly, and what I want to know is where the price is coming from and where we are potentially going, right? So we can see that it was in the uptrend, and in here we actually reached this three triple highs, right? And then price dropped lower, right? Uh, Per my rules, the price mostly goes from the external liquidity into the internal, right? So this swing, which has made the purge of this liquidity, will, in my opinion, will make a pullback into the 50%, right? So if we draw it in here, it would be probably somewhere in here. So you can see it already touched in here, but we will mostly be looking for the liquidity below it, right? Remember, this is a weekly. It does not mean that I will just sell and wait until it comes in here, right? You know that the weekly on that the gold is actually very volatile, and I do think that it's there is more opportunities on the lower time frames, right? Let me hide this, right? Okay, so what's going on next? So the price has reached this level. Since then is dropping lower. Now we probably had the reaction. The level in here is here, so here is still room to drop lower into this level. So then price has been breaking the lows in here, making a pullback. Right now, this highs has been taken, right? So here is the buyers, which has been trapped in these buys. The price drops lower again, taking out liquidities. And now in this short-term range, as we are doing a break of the external liquidity, I think we are retracing back into the internal, which will be again a 50% of this, right? So in here, we have actually the previous week's high, and in here we got these beautiful levels, I would say. So what is, in my opinion, going on is that the gold is most likely will do some pullback in here, right? But as it reached this, I think we could see a potential move above these three, right? So let me also check. What I'm always doing is I'm always looking to the COT data, right? So let me bring a COT data just quickly. And we will look to the gold. Yeah. And here we can see that basically the market makers, they had big longs in the past. They've been closing them, right? And they've been adding a shorts also. So what does it mean? It means, in my opinion, that gold could potentially still go a bit lower. However, we need to wait, because what I don't like in here is I would definitely not short in here, because what I see in here is these highs, right? Uh, which are, if the highs are very close to each other's, I think there could be a some manipulation into it, right? However, if I put my view to the markets to the place, we can see that we have a accumulation on the Monday, then we have manipulation on the Tuesday, right? Then there could be a distribution. So in my opinion, uh, it's it's bearish. However, as we have FOMC tomorrow, I think these highs can be in a play, to be visited. And actually, if I look at it properly, I can see that here was the liquidity taken, right? Since then, we don't have a high which is taking another highs, right? So all these highs can be easily attacked, and this last up candle, which has taken out this liquidity, that is a order block. So I would say something like this. right? However, the market still can play in this, right? So uh, to summarize that, I think it's late to buy because you don't want to buy. You don't want to buy here with where you put stop loss, right? If you look to the 1 hour, it's difficult. You don't have too much room, and if you want to sell, it's also too early because these highs can be visited, right? So, in my opinion, I would wait a little bit higher, or if we go lower time frame, depends on what time frame do you trade. If the price will come, uh, because if we will get some consolidation during the night, right? You will have Asian session. Then, if the price comes above this Asian session, and then you will get break of the structure with the proper candle with will have a gap, right? I want to show you what kind of candle you want to see. Then I would be look something like this, right? You want to see a candle which is like that, right? Like strong candle, and then you want to sell on the pullback, right? So I think that the pullback is coming in here. It's also actually in tact with the analysis of the dollar, which I think will go higher from here, right? But the gold is obviously correlated, but it can make own manipulations, right? So I would still wait for the candle maybe to take today's high tomorrow, and then I will be looking for the sell, right? Targeting Monday's low would be nice. Yeah, that would be what I would do on the gold if I trade the gold. Okay, so if we have, do we have some more questions in here? Okay. Yeah, you are welcome, Wesley. No problem, of course. Glad to help if I can, and hopefully, hopefully it makes sense, kind of. Yeah. Okay, guys. So 50 minutes. I would not be. If you don't have any more questions, I will probably stop it for today. And I would like to invite you for the Thursday, definitely, because I'm preparing more. It's actually already ready, just finishing, and there will be more about a this how to look to the markets with using the FIP, which helps you to put all the context together. You will understand where you are now, where the markets could go, right? And also the levels, and it will be all connected into the what I did in the two previous webinars. And yeah, so if you didn't watch the two previous webinars, just look at them, and I think it will give you some basics, right? And right now, maybe the things could be a little bit confusing, that once I'm explaining this, once I'm explaining that, but once we will have 6 7 webinars, and then we will look how to put it all together, it will make more sense, right? And you will be equipped by 2 3 possible strategies which you can backtest by yourself and build your trading plan and a trading model based on that. And you will see then later, I believe you will not need me at all, and we will just be speaking in these meetings and webinars what we are trading. Okay, my friends, so this is it, and I wish you have a great rest of the day, and I see you next time. Bye bye.